What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be bringing you a brand new reaction video. Today's reaction video is going to be another general US reaction. It's going to be the top 10 most dangerous animals in the US. Now in the UK we're not used to seeing that many dangerous animals around about because our wilderness is nowhere near the size of the US's and Australia's. Places like that just have some absolutely insane animals which live out in like the outback in Australia, and I imagine just the general wilderness in the US. So I'm very keen for this one. Let's get straight into it guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here, I'd really appreciate that. Let's hit 100 likes for this general reaction. Top 10 most dangerous animals. I imagine there's going to be a lot on here which I haven't seen, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these on the list, because that must be scary.
Number 10. Grizzly bear.
Oh wow, starting off with Grizzly, only at number 10.
North American brown bears have a fearsome reputation to go with their physical prowess and outstanding natural weaponry. The common name, grizzly, is often used in reference to brown bear species found in the US.
Okay.
These include the Ursus arctos horribilis, or
yeah, shout out to anyone who can pronounce that. The Ursus arctos horribilis. I think I nailed it.
mainland grizzly, the peninsular grizzly, and Kodiak bears, only found in Alaska's eponymous archipelago. The latter rivals the polar bear as the largest land carnivore on Earth.
Oh wow.
Kodiak bears have been known to weigh over 1,500 pounds, which is almost as heavy as the average bull. As evident from the prominent muscular hump on their shoulders, grizzlies are built for power. Moreover, they have massive canines, claws that grow up to 6 inches, and jaws strong enough to crush bowling balls. As a grizzly stands up on its hind legs, it will often use its superior strength to take down a victim.
Yeah, what I'm saying is beasts. These animals are absolute beasts. You know, I'd like to say I've been in the gym over lockdown, but I haven't. So, you know, my arm's about that, theirs is about that. Oh, wow. These are absolute beasts, and them jaws are scary, and the claws, oh, wow. Yeah, I would not want to run into one of these.
It will bite at the victim's lower jaw, which is most likely a disarming technique. Confrontations between humans and grizzly bears can occur as a result of hunting as well as camping.
Wow.
They have a phenomenal sense of smell and are often attracted to food that hasn't been stored properly. There have been several reports of campers being dragged out of their tents by attacking grizzlies. Conditioning the bears to campsite food can accustom them to human presence, thus increasing the likelihood of future attacks.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, you leave your leftover foods, they pick them up, they're used to it, they want them foods, they see the surroundings, they see it again when humans are there, they're potentially going to attack. That is scary, man. I tell you what, whenever I go to the US again, everything's going in the dustbin. I ain't littering one bit, just in case, because I'll be watching my back. I ain't risking that, and I ain't going camping there.
Number 9. Spiders.
Oh, I hate spiders.
Black widows and brown recluse spiders share an entry on our list as the most dangerous spiders in the US.
Wow.
Female black widows, distinguishable by the red hourglass mark on their abdomens, are the most fearsome by reputation. They'll sometimes devour their partners after mating and own highly toxic venom. The illness associated with black widow envenomation is called latrodectism. It's described by pain, vomiting, and muscle rigidity. Contrary to popular belief, the condition is rarely fatal for humans.
Okay.
The brown recluse spider, although only slightly larger than a US penny, is quite dangerous in its own right. The hemotoxic properties of its venom can cause tissue necrosis. Severe lesions can become infected and may even lead to amputation.
Oh, let me know in the comments. We may get into it. How common are these? Because although we saw some beautiful scenery and some fantastic sights in the last general reaction, I'm getting put off already, man.
Yet, like the black widows, the bite of a brown recluse spider is seldom fatal. Number 8. Cougar.
Okay. Is that an old woman?
Also
no,
known
isn't.
as pumas or mountain lions, have the widest distribution of any wild animal in the Americas.
Oh wow.
In the US, populations are found across 16 states, mostly on the West Coast.
Yeah, I'm going East Coast, baby. As far away as possible as these things. East Coast all the way.
Male cougars average about 150 pounds, but in rare cases may surpass 200 pounds. Even though that's about the weight of the average American male,
That's
the
still
difference in
big.
power
And that's muscle. That is muscle.
Relative to its size, the cougar has the largest paws and hind legs found within the feline family. This enables it to perform outstanding leaps and reach sprinting speeds of up to 50 miles per hour.
Wow, that's incredible.
Which is actually faster than a greyhound.
I was
surprised. It can also swim and is an apt climber. A cougar's muscular body is perfectly designed for grasping and holding large prey.
Look at the muscles on that beast. And by the way, I loved doing his videos. I learned so much, even if it's a general reaction like this. It's awesome.
An ability enhanced by the retractable claws on its paws. Attacks on humans are rare, but have seen an increase in recent years, mainly due to expansion into the cougar's natural range.
That makes sense.
The feline will attack if cornered or if a human triggers its chase instinct, typically by turning their back and running away.
Oh, wow.
An attack usually involves a bite to the neck, in which the animal tries to sink its teeth between the vertebrae and into the spinal cord. Children are at greatest risk of getting ambushed by a cougar, and the least likely to survive an attack.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I tell you what, I do not want to run into one of them. But I guess it's kind of one of them things. It's kind of just stand there, try and act like you're meant to be a part of it, and don't run. I've learned, don't run. Maybe a bad move, but don't run.
As the largest and strongest member of the Canidae family, the grey wolf was a mandatory introduction to our list. Its teeth are specialized for crushing bone, and its slender, powerfully built body favors relentless attacks. Although dangerous enough on its own, the wolf is notable for its pack behavior and cooperative hunting.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
15 wolves, for example, is capable of taking down an adult moose. Ooh. Interestingly enough, the deer species can easily grow to be 15 times heavier than an individual wolf.
Wow.
While not as numerous as in Eurasia, North America has also seen a number of wolf attacks. The most recent fatality occurred in 2010 in Alaska.
Okay, that's not too bad. It was over 10 years ago. I can afford to go there. You know, there's a high chance it won't happen.
When a young woman was killed
horrible, man.
while jogging. There's an argument that most wolf attacks are the result of an individual animal suffering from rabies.
Okay.
Nevertheless, wolf management programs from the United States Wildlife Service describe them as opportunistic hunters that will attack humans if given the chance.
That makes
Throughout
sense.
the years, at
the end of the day, the animals, aren't they? Like, they have the instincts. It makes
sense.
With
hunters, shepherds, and ranchers have caused wolves to develop a fear of approaching humans.
Yeah.
Yet wildlife experts warn against actions that may encourage wolves to be in the proximity of people, as it may lead to an increase in violent encounters.
Oh, that's scary, man.
Number 6. Arizona bark scorpion. The Arizona bark scorpion, also known as Centauroides sculpturatus, is North America's most venomous scorpion. These creatures prefer riparian areas, meaning that they're found on land adjacent to rivers or streams. The popularity...
Again, you know, so I'm avoiding rivers, I'm avoiding the west coast, I'm avoiding running away from wilderness, you know? There's a lot of things I've got to take into account when I come to America now.
Irrigated lawns and other man-made water systems have led to an increase of scorpion populations in residential areas.
Oh no, man.
The symptoms associated with the Arizona bark scorpion's sting can last from 24 to 72 hours. They include intense pain, numbness, and convulsions, or temporary dysfunction of the affected area. The pain is so intense that victims reported experiencing sensations similar to electric shocks. While fatalities are rare, there are certain groups that are more at risk than others, such as children, the elderly, or people with compromised immune systems.
Yeah.
In Arizona, thousands of people are reportedly stung by the scorpion each year. Number 5.
That's scary, man. Yeah, I don't know if this is a scary thing or a dangerous thing, man. Oh, yeah, this is putting me off a little bit. I love everything else about the US I've seen so far. This is putting me off a little bit.
With the Atlantic Ocean on its east coast and the Pacific Ocean in the west, the US faces more than a dozen shark attacks every year.
I'm not going in the water either now.
The brunt of the notoriety, there's an equally, if not more, dangerous shark. Unlike their mainly oceanic relatives, bull sharks are able to thrive in freshwater systems as well. This makes them particularly dangerous when considering the US's sprawling riverways. Bull sharks have been found up the Mississippi River, hundreds of miles from the ocean. They were also spotted in the Ohio River and in Maryland's Potomac River. These creatures have pound per pound the most powerful bite of all the shark species. There's a combination of factors that make them particularly dangerous towards humans. It's not only about bite force and size, even though females average roughly 300 pounds or about as much as the typical sumo wrestler. Bull sharks.
Just a typical sumo wrestler who also has incredibly razor teeth and loves blood. Not for me. And in your rivers.
Are territorial, temperamental, and have no tolerance for provocation.
Wow.
These creatures might have even been responsible for the infamous Jersey Shore shark attacks of 1916, which served as an inspiration for the novel Jaws.
Yeah, we've seen the Jaws film.
Number 4.
Good film, good film.
Rattlesnake. By recent estimates, there are roughly 7,000 to 8,000 snake bites that occur in the United States every year.
Wow,
Fortunately,
that's a
the
lot of
development
snake
of
bites.
antivenom has led to significantly less fatalities than in the past. Snake attacks are disproportionate in the country, with the majority of them occurring in warm weather states such as
I don't know if you call that made me jump. Only a little bit. Oh man, if you heard that rattling, oh, you'd be absolutely wrapping it. You really would.
Texas and Florida.
They're more places I'm avoiding.
Venomous serpents found across the land, there are about 16 rattlesnake species. These creatures are so dreaded that a timber rattlesnake was once put on a flag to motivate infantry forces. During the American Revolution, the Continental Marines had a motto flag of a timber rattlesnake that was coiled and ready to strike. Beneath it were the words, "Don't tread on me." These snakes are distinguishable by the rattle at the end of their tail.
Oh,
it's made of interlocked keratinous segments which vibrate against one another when the snake contracts certain tail muscles. This produces a distinctive rattling sound that acts as a deterrent to predators and as a warning to humans. The western diamondback and the eastern diamondback are the species responsible for most snakebite fatalities.
That's scary, man. What I don't get is why they do the rattle to let humans know they're near. If they want to bite you, why don't they just attack you? You know, why do? Because they control the muzzle. Let me know. You guys are probably a lot smarter on this than me, so let me know in the comments if you can, guys. But I hate snakes as well. Damn. I need to avoid a lot of places. I'm only joking with that. Obviously, I wouldn't avoid them because they are pretty rare to happen, but it's scary, man.
The latter is known as the most venomous snake in North America and owns the longest fangs of any rattlesnake.
How are you doing
species.
that, man? How are you doing
Number
that?
3. Deer.
I didn't expect deer on here.
Deer may sound less terrifying than other animals on our list, but statistically speaking, they're the deadliest. A number of species weigh several hundred pounds and certainly possess the mass to trample people to death. Males own majestic antlers, some of which are several feet across and definitely capable of inflicting severe injuries.
They are majestic indeed. They do look beautiful.
However, fatal antler stabbings or brutal trampling isn't what makes the deer the deadliest creatures in the country. Most will simply choose to run away from humans rather than engage them. That's actually the crux of the matter. As deer move across their range, they end up on roadways or highways
that
and
makes
collide
sense.
with vehicles. In the US, this type of collision causes about 200 human deaths and roughly $1 billion in property damage every year.
There is a lot of deers over in the US, though, isn't there? I believe there is, because I always hear it's venison. Venison's deer, isn't it? And that's what the hunters have. I've never had it, and I've never been hunting. I don't know if I ever will or not, but I know it's venison. I think I've heard of it before, and that is deer meat, and apparently it tastes nice. From what I've been told, I've never had it. Let me know in the comments. I think I've nailed it, or I've nailed a bit of insight. Let me know.
It's so widespread that the idea of being surprised and caught like a deer in the headlights has become a saying.
Yeah,
While
I've heard that one
easier
before.
to avoid during the day, deer are particularly difficult to spot at dusk or dawn. Habitat fragmentation is a considerable factor in the rise of deer vehicle collisions. Today's topic was requested by Instagram follower @RyanThompson5499.
Shout out to
If
Ryan
you have
Thompson.
any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below. Or follow us on
That's not the end
Instagram.
of it. We've got 2 more, I believe. That was number 3. I was a bit confused then for a second.
Number 2. American bison. The American bison is North America's largest land animal and nature's equivalent of a gigantic battering ram.
Wow.
Its charge, a devastating combination of mass and speed, is powerful enough to derail a train also known as the buffalo, the species' bulls, can weigh up to 2,800 pounds in the wild and a staggering 3,800 pounds in captivity. That's about as heavy as the average car. They own massive heads, pronounced.
I wouldn't mind having that car though, you know. I wouldn't mind how heavy my car was if I had that car. That looks beautiful, but holy, the weight of these is incredible. Imagine one of these hitting you, especially with the horns as well. I imagine they hurt as well. Nah, that ain't for me. That ain't the life for me.
Giant forequarters. Their short, curved horns are used as defensive weapons and to fight for status within the herd. Despite its mass and seemingly lethargic movements, a charging bison can get up to 40 miles per hour.
Wow.
To put that into perspective, Usain Bolt's speed record topped out at 27.8 miles per hour.
You ain't getting away.
Historically, these creatures used to roam the continent in vast herds. The spread of bovine diseases from domestic cattle and commercial hunting brought the creatures to the brink of extinction.
Oh, wow.
They went from over 60 million in the late 18th century to only a few 100,000 towards the end of the 19th century.
Wow. See, we're learning. I never knew that, and I didn't know much about these animals. They look very skinny there. They look like some very... they haven't eaten very well. Again, if in a while, potentially won't have food for a while. Or it could be young. Let me know.
Recovery efforts spared its extinction, and the American bison is now mainly restricted to reserves and national parks.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's where a number of violent human encounters have occurred in the past decades. From 1980 to 1999, at Yellowstone National Park alone, bison attacked 3 times more people than bears. During this period, there were 3 reported fatalities, in addition to numerous reports of puncture wounds and broken bones.
Official They Will Kill You merchandise is now available at theywillkillyou.com.
Birthday's getting me ads in, so what I'm going to say, guys, please, if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that subscribe button. I'm really enjoying it. We're going to see what the most deadliest animal is in the US in just a second, guys. So just take a second. Hit that subscribe button if you know no idea. Hit that notification bell as well. Hit all instead of personalised. You'll be notified every single time I upload. I upload 2 videos a day. General reactions and sport reactions as well. American stuff, potentially some Australian stuff in there as well. Let's try and hit 100 likes on this video, guys. Just press that like button. I'd really appreciate it. You know, so it goes blue. I'd really appreciate that. Let's see the deadliest animal.
Moose.
Moose? I did not expect a moose.
Even though they're part of the deer family, and even though they get in a fair share of vehicle collisions, moose most definitely deserve their own entry on our list.
Okay.
They're creatures of many extremes, as the largest and heaviest of all deer species. Exceptional bulls stand more than 6 foot 9 inches at the shoulder, meaning they're taller than NBA superstar LeBron James. Their massive antlers can span close to 6 feet from tip to tip.
Now they're majestic.
So you can horizontally fit the average American male between them. The largest bulls weigh close to 2,000 pounds, almost twice as much as a grand piano.
That is a sight to behold. It'd be amazing to see one in wild, in person. You know, I want to get close because I would not want to risk it. But like, just get a sheer view of the size of these things and the power they hold. Would just be incredible.
Moose are not only monsters in terms of proportion, but also temperament. When it comes to raw data, they attack more people than wolves and bears combined.
Wow.
They're also perfectly capable of killing both predatory species. They injure more humans than any other animal in the Americas, and are second only to hippos in worldwide attacks. They can charge people and inflict devastating injuries with their antlers. One common sign of an imminent charge is that the hairs on its neck and shoulders will stand up.
Yeah, but just staring at a bull like, hey, yeah, Fred, you reckon that bull's hair's standing up? I was like, yeah. Right. Holy, my mum was just scared.
Moose are surprisingly limber, and unlike other large-hooved animals, they can kick in all directions. Not that you should ever do it, but this means there's no safe way to approach them.
Yeah, don't get anywhere near them. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Go check this video out if you enjoyed it as well. Go and give them some love. I try to shout out the videos as much as possible because at the end of the day, I'm just reacting to them. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and I'd really appreciate it. Like I said before, 2 videos a day of American stuff. Now, this video, I didn't realise it was so... Like, obviously, you hear about these animals and you grow up learning about them, but... You kind of think, when you think of the US, you think of your cities, and I know it's a lot more wilderness than cities as well. It's not just like, I've been to New York City. I know the state isn't just New York City. There's a lot more to it. And damn, it's scary. It is scary, especially when you're from the UK and you don't really get much like this. When you put into perspective what you guys potentially live day in, day out when you go to a national park or something like that, is like, oh, that is scary. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction. There is also another video. I think it was either 25 or 15 US animals which aren't anywhere else. If you want me to check that one out, let me know in the comments, guys, because I definitely will. I'd really appreciate it if you let me know on that one. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.